guys. So, welcome to Gita's Kitchen. We're here doing a podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about how to detoxify your environment and your home. And I have a special guest to help us do that. But I want to give you some information about why this is important. Over the past several decades, our exposure to toxin has increased so much through pollution, water contamination, pharmaceutical drugs, widespread use of pesticides, increased use of chemicals in our food, personal care products, and our makeups for the girls. And as we age, these contaminants accumulate in our fat, and they store in our tissues and go into our organs. They're cumulative, so they increase our overall toxic residue in our bodies. So when I talk about food, and that's our medicine and how to detox with food, I'm trying to get in and get all that stored stuff out, but then we need to make sure that you don't put it back in. So as important as your body is, the toxic cleaning products you're using in your home are equally as important to make sure that you stay clean and detoxified. So we are exposed to more and more chemicals than any previous generations, and most of us are experiencing chronic stress, overstimulation to the senses, like an overload of Wi-Fi pollution, smells, sounds, light pollution. It's really intense, and we don't get enough good rest, good enough relaxation, and we have excessive dependence on stimulants like coffee and tea. So these factors keep our autoimmune nervous system really in a fight or flight mode, and makes us stressed out and actually, frankly, bitchy and nasty. So if we are full of fear and we are not able to align ourselves with our higher self, we can't really evolve. So this is a really integral part of body, mind, spirit detox. So when we are in fight or flight mode, it will exhaust our adrenal glands that are vital to clean out our system. That's our garbage man. So if that isn't working, the whole system starts to break down. And when you're in a fight or flight mode, if you think about it, all your energy will go to your legs and your arms so you can run away. That's what we used to do when we were scared, So we're going to try and get you into a mode of love and high vibrational living, so your body can do what it's supposed to do, which is heal itself from chronic diseases. And there's a lot of hormones in the environments that are also a problem, from plastics, etc. So getting your hormones rebalanced is important too. And anyway, the buildup of all these toxins can really help lead to serious chronic illnesses. So it's really important to detox your environment. And if you think about it, we absorb through our skin, through our nose, and what we eat. So if you can't eat it, don't use it in your home, basically, is my rule, to try and live non-toxic life. You can never get everything detoxified, but you can try your hardest to live in a really happy environment. Oops. Lotus, would you? Yeah, do you mind switching that off? There you go. That's the first toxin that needs to go. Get rid of the phone. And if you can't, put it on a
silent mode.
Yes. So, anyway, let's talk about how to really live a holistic lifestyle. And I know this is really overwhelming to start to get into your home and into all the stuff you're using on yourself and on your floors, on your surfaces. So therefore I invited a really dear friend of mine, Lotus. She has a company where it's an environmentally friendly, holistically aware company where she will be contacted by her client and she will go into their home and she will detox everything and make it a place where you can thrive and feel good and be without stress. So yeah, a sanctuary. She builds a sanctuary for people. So I'm going to hand you over to Lotus, who's going to explain to you where to begin.
Yeah, thank you, Gide. So basically what I do, my name is Lotus Beck and I have a wellness lifestyle company. So what I kind of learned through life was, like how to live an untoxic lifestyle, how to use nail polish that's non-toxic, how to use makeup, how to use home cleaning products, how to use furniture that can actually breathe and close, and this whole lifestyle that we live, like how to create less pollution, how to live a better life, how to create less trash and plastic, and it's just learning how to have a healthy and holistic life. And like a lot of us, I think, don't know exactly how to do that. So I specialize in this and I help people. So I come into their home or their office or whatever they have of a space that they need just purified, and I kind of mentor and teach as well for people to get the knowledge behind why I do the things I do. And I take things like feng shui into the occasion, like like how to keep your mirrors, and like in your bedroom, like where the bed should be standing, and all of these things are like super important things for our inner well-being. So I kind of come in and I help people transform their home from maybe more unconscious home where people just bought something because it looked nice or because it was a cleaning product but didn't know that it was actually harming them in the long term. So I help people basically prolong life and have a more healthy and holistic and happy life where you're more aware of your surroundings and you feel good. It's like a natural, like you probably felt it before, like you'll go somewhere and it feels bad. Yeah. Because there's something bad in there. Yeah. And then you go somewhere and it feels good because something good is in there.
So that's your first guidance. Use your
intuition.
Yes. And your senses. If it doesn't feel good, there's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. So she printed a sweet list for me about all of the things that we do want to head over and talk about.
What would you immediately throw away if you walked into your client's house?
Tide.
Tide, okay.
Tide is the worst thing. I can smell it on people when they've been washing their clothes with Tide, and I'm just like, you need a natural detergent, because it's like one of the biggest cancer-causing things is, I'm sorry, Tide, but Tide. Like it is, and so toxic. And it's on your skin because it's in your clothes. You're breathing it. It's inhaling into your body and your blood vein system, and it's so toxic. So please, if you have Tide, just toss it. Sorry, Tide, not a fan. That's the first thing I would take out is that, and then of course, like especially when people have those wall diffusers, like I don't know what you call them, but it's like a little diffuser,
air
freshener. No, it's air freshener. Yeah. So it's like
highly toxic.
Febreze and stuff like that. Yeah. Like no way. Like they just gotta go. Like there's so many better ways to make your house smell good. Like fresh eucalyptus, fresh lavender, and
like essential
oils with diffusers, like an actual way of cleansing the home.
And that actually goes into you and does a bunch of good medicine.
Things. Yeah, it's a medicine, and it's not. This is a toxic. So if you have those, take them out right away. Then what else? I guess I like to add plants. I'm big on plants, because they can purify your air naturally. And they can bring a lot of balance into your life and your own happiness and stuff like that. So like I'm big on adding plants to people's homes. That's one of the first things that I do.
So if you can't afford an air filter, maybe you can get some really great, beautiful plants.
There's all of these new air purifiers, and everyone is buying all of these machines, which is costing money and electricity, and it's just like another addition of electronics in your home that also creates like a wavelength of bad things for you. So like for me, the natural way is always the best way.
Go back to nature, get yourself some
literally
plants.
Adam and Eve, let's go.
Keep it natural, stay naked. No.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, I love plants and I love to add them to people's homes. So let's talk about like like people usually also use like dishwashing detergent, like we talked like that Tide, but also just like all of these things, like you can use natural things. Like in most stores now, they actually sell natural soaps that are organic and don't have all of the sulfites in them and all of the bad things that we don't want in our home. So that's the easy way to go. Like if you just want to buy.
So if you're going to a store, how do people read the label to make sure that it's a clean product?
Well, you go on the back side and you start looking through the names, and if it's like
if it's long and unpronounceable
and you never heard about it before, it's probably not good for you.
Because actually, like, to be honest, I do my own cleaning products, and it's really simple.
Yeah, like the cat soap you can use.
Yeah, it's so always
easy.
the same.
Dr. Bronner's is great.
Baking soda, white wine,
Vinegar is a strong taste. Yeah. He loves it. I personally can't do vinegar, but yeah, it's good for cleaning. But really it does have a smell. I'm not
salt. Salt is great for cleaning.
Lemon,
amazing.
Yeah, lemon do so good. Like especially when you have in America we have a lot of what do you call those things in the the garbage disposal thing where you click it and it goes bzzz. Yeah. What do you call that?
A lot of.
No, guys, what are we calling this?
A garbage disposal.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Yeah. So, like, we have garbage disposals, and a lot of people use it for, like, their dishes and put the rest of the stuff in there, and sometimes it can have a weird smell. If you just put some lemon in there... Gone. Yeah.
Lemon is like a cup of lemon in your laundry is amazing alternative to bleach.
If you have smelly feet, you can literally take the lemon and rub it under your feet, and, like, the smell goes away. It's amazing. Wow. Yeah, under your armpits.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, deodorants are out. They're highly toxic most of the time.
Yeah, natural. So like cancer-causing number 1 is also using a commercialized deodorant. It's really not good for you. Yeah. So what else? Like disinfecting by wipes, like eucalyptus wipes. Is really, really good. Tea tree wipes are so good.
That's the thing. Nature honestly has the best answer.
Yeah, they're so good because they're antibacterial and just kills it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And smells delicious.
So good. And also, like, I love aloe vera because aloe vera is really good. It purifies the air, but when you have to plant at home, but also if you ever have a cut, like you cut yourself, your finger, you cooking, whatever you're doing, like you take the aloe vera, you put it on, and it's just going to heal the scar. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so, and you can drink it too. It's so good for you internally.
Yeah, and arnica is super good. What else? So like all of these like cleaning soap, like Castile, Dr. Bronner's, like going organic is like a really big step in like not having toxic smells in your home. And like if you're washing your floor with some kind of toxic detergent, like you're walking on it, you're smelling it. It's a part of your home, and it just throws off everything.
Not to mention that a lot of those cleaning products are actually highly toxic for your lungs.
Yes.
So as you breathe them, even if you
and the world is polluted enough, so like try to keep your home like the sanctuary that it's supposed to be, and keep it as natural and fresh as possible.
And what about things like well, actually, I was going to ask you if when you come into your client's home, you start to throw away all their stuff.
Yes. Big garbage can, like, I bring a garbage bag and I'm like.
And do they get angry?
They're like, wait, I didn't finish that. I need to finish. Like, that's a waste of. I get it. It's a waste, but like, it's a waste of your life to use it. I'm sorry.
What comes in has to come out, So.
It's like, get it out, and then start over.
Yeah.
It's like a fresh, clean start, literally. And it's good for you. Yeah. And you feel a change. Like, I've not had one person who haven't told me what a difference it feels like after you stop using toxic products.
I mean, I think actually instantly you feel it. The minute...
You smell the difference. Yeah. You can smell it in the air.
Yeah. We have to really learn to feel our bodies again. So that we know when we're, like, harming it. That's really a key. I know Lotus is very sensitive. I'm extremely sensitive. But it's good. We need our body to tell us when things are not good for us. It's kind
of like the more you tune in with yourself and your inner awareness, like the more you detoxify yourself from all of the toxins, the more you're naturally going to feel again, because the toxins are actually numbing you out.
Yeah.
So you're being numbed out to the point where you can't feel yourself. You can't feel your intuition. You can't feel your emotions. And then you might even end up in a state of depression.
Yeah.
Because you're not in tune with yourself. And so once you start clearing out all of the toxins and you start living this more happy, holistic lifestyle, which also comes to diet, which also comes to a lot of things in life. Once you start bringing that awareness, maybe a meditation practice into your life, and you start getting this more overview, you start feeling all of the things you couldn't feel before.
Everything.
All of the things. You feel the effect that things actually have on you that before you weren't noticing it. So it's a beautiful thing. Like, I would not say it's a bad thing to be sensitive, especially not nowadays, because we're being numbed out 24/7. So it's actually like you're special and you have a gift when you actually got to the point of feeling things again. And I just think it's important for everyone to share that with each other, because
because like in order to actually feel good, you have to feel.
And it's also like partnership, relationship.
Yeah. Sex when you are detoxified is whoa. You feel everything.
And it's just like, it's also to be able to communicate with people, even at work. Like, you know, obviously, if we're all toxified. But if you detoxify, you are so much more present in your life.
Yeah.
And like, then you can have a better relationship to your children, to your partner, to the workplace, to, you know, your own
pets.
inner desires. It just, life becomes better. Life becomes more beautiful and clear, visioned, free. Beautiful. Like that's a path of a better world that we all want to live in.
That is our natural state. We just got really divorced from nature and
unfortunately we live in a world where people thought the easiest and cheapest was the best solution, so they made a bunch of products that might have been super cheap to produce, but also super bad for our wellness. And the consideration for a long time has not been what makes us feel good, what's healthy for us, what's good for us, but it is now. And it is more and more so now what's becoming the trend for us to go into this holistic, happy lifestyle. And that's where we want to be, and we want to expand in this space. We want everyone to get the more knowledge, the better on these conversations, to actually implement it in your life and share it with your network, and everyone then takes a step in the right direction, and we're going to continue this way. So that's why it's important to have conversations like this.
I think so.
Okay, so like what else? Baking soda is really great. The lemons, we went over that. Tea tree, yes. So another thing I want to talk about is like your bed.
Yeah, because a lot of things happen in your bed, right?
Yeah, they always tell us like how like under the microscope we can see all of these weird little creepy creatures living in a bed bug. I don't know if bed bugs is maybe extreme,
no,
but like
it's just like microbial
molecule stuff like from our skin,
Dust,
and I don't even know what. It's so weird. But beds. So like there's a lot of beds out there that are like super synthetic and super bad. Like our body can actually breathe at night, like laying on that material.
And that's
like,
the time you're supposed to heal.
That's the time of recharging. Like you are recharging your soul when you're sleeping
basically.
at night.
You're going home to your oversoul and coming back after.
And it's like that journey is supposed to be pleasant for body, mind, and spirit. This is why we need to make sure the bed is faced in the right direction, so you're not sleeping in the way that dead people sleep at night, which is north. You don't want to sleep north. Like, so you have to know, like, or you have to have someone help you to know these things, and like not to have a mirror in front of, you know, where you're sleeping at night. That's not good for you. That's not good for the feng shui in the home. Like, you need to be facing the door and not be by the door. Like, there's all of these things that makes it better to sleep at night. And those things,
number one, like we talked about yesterday, turn off the computer.
Turn off the TV, the phone. Like,
get it all out.
Like, yes, turn off the TV. You don't have to turn off the phone, but like turn off like the notification. Put it away from. Like, I don't have my phone anywhere near the bed. Like,
make sure that you're not bombarded with Wi-Fi pollution.
All of the because everything that's now so Wi-Fi and 5G and all of these things, like it's basically brain. Like it's like signals into your brain and fries it slowly. So let's try not to do that.
And causes actually extreme diseases. This is the single most worrying thing is actually
it's horrible.
The 5G. But I'm going to do a podcast just about that. So we're not even going
there.
We're doing all the other things.
So like the bed. So like it's important to have like if you have a cotton bed, natural cotton. And like I have a bed of horsehair, and that's amazing, natural horsehair from Sweden, and so like that's like
the Scandinavians seem to be a little more aware about these things.
This used to be they made the beds for the king, and then it became so like the it was obviously the best bed, and so they expanded once the kingdom, I don't know, released something, and then other people were able to buy these beds, and it's so good to sleep on. There's natural cotton in there, there's no weird fillers, and then there's horsehair, and that's all making up this like bed. And like I also learned that like
as a vegan, I'm a little confused by this.
but it's just the hair. It's not like
Yeah.
the skin hair. It's
Okay.
like the long hair from the They cut the hair sometimes.
The tail
like,
hair.
Like the hair.
But still.
Aw.
Okay.
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 So, so you know, like the actual bit, what I learned was interesting too. It's like kind of like the top mattress and the mattress. Like the mattress is actually just the base, and then the top mattress is actually what you're supposed to sleep on. That's the actual mattress. But so many people only sleep on that bottom mattress.
Oh.
So we're actually, most of us are only sleeping on like the bottom of the bed.
So there has
basically.
to be two top mattresses.
There's the mattress, and then there's the top mattress, and the
Right.
top mattress is actually the mattress you're supposed to sleep on.
Uh-huh.
And so I was just so confused that we're all sleeping on half beds, and we spend half of our time there, almost like half of our
Yeah.
life. Like, come on.
It's so important to
So
get
important
your
to
bedding
like
good.
invest in the things you spend a lot of time in. Like for me, it's home. Spend a lot of time home. Invest money in home. Spend a lot of time in my bed. Invest in my bed. Spend a lot of time driving because I'm in LA. So you gotta have a car that you're comfortable in, and that's good with gas, isn't that? You know, be environmental
Pure
friendly.
emissions. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's so many ways that you can live a better, more holistic, happy life. One of the things is bed, and like using, you know, okay, so now you're gonna look at me weird again because I'm gonna say feathers in my pillows and in my comforter. It's just so much more breathable for your body than any other material that's out there. And all of these vegan pillows and stuff is filled with silicone and artificial stuff that's so toxic for you.
But you can get a like cotton bedding. That's.
You can get a cotton bed, and you can get bamboo stuff too. But like now I'm talking about the filling in the actual, not the bedding. I was talking about
But
the
even
filling in the pillows.
like you can get.
Yeah, you
bamboo
get cotton.
filling and
Yeah,
stuff.
but oh my god, the feather feels so good. Like you just sleep so much better. So yeah, so there's so many ways to consider all of these things, and bed is definitely one of them.
And also, do you recommend that people like air out their duvet every day?
Yeah, like I mean, you don't have to hang it out to like dry, but you're at least like cleaning the space. Yeah, you should always make your bed like first thing in the morning because it kind of just sets the tone of the day.
And do you sage by your bed every night?
I Palo Santo. I'm a Palo Santo girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you do that?
I do it to take away negative energy. I take it to like neutralize the energy and actually bring in the higher consciousness and energy in the room. Like it's like a crazy difference. Like once like you go into a home and there's not any Palo Santo, it's just a home. When there's been Palo Santo in that home, it feels like a holy home. It is like a huge difference. It's like the caliber of energy just rises so high once you use sacred incense and you use these things that kind of rises the energy.
This is biblical. There is a reason.
Yeah.
Frankincense, Palo Santo, sage. It really is. And science is actually meeting it there now, where it is proven that it makes a big difference. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So yeah, I love doing my Palo Santo rituals around the house, on myself, on my friends, and everything. Yeah, it's really amazing.
And do you keep crystals by your
I keep crystals by my bed. And I always buy crystals for people's homes because it's like it purifies the energies, uplifts you, it takes out negative energy. Just like it's a magical grounding thing to have at home.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
So important. It can like there's crystals for anything, to absolutely anything that you need in your home and in your life. So like manifesting things into your life is also a big thing to learn about. Like through meditations and through a still mind, you can learn how to manifest things to you in your life, rather than just sitting down and being unconscious about what's coming at you.
So Lotus is also a Kundalini teacher. So probably I imagine your number one tip would be like, if you had to tell people do one thing, it might just be meditate every day. Right.
Yeah, meditate every day is definitely like a really, really good thing. And like I think a really good way to start, because people are always like, but how and when and la la la. I think a lot of people nowadays, not everyone, but a lot, especially the young ones, they wake up and the first thing they do is look on their phone. I would suggest then instead of waking up and just looking at your phone to be like, what's the world doing? Instead of that, then be like, how am I doing? Check in with yourself first before you check in with anybody else. So it's literally just, you can be in bed and you're just like waking up. And the first thing you do, instead of all of that, you just go in really quick and you check in with yourself. How am I doing today? How am I feeling? How was my dreams? Stretch your body. Just feel yourself and be like, I love myself. And like a little self-healing.
Some positive affirmation.
Yeah, and just be like, okay, today I'm gonna have a good day. What is I'm gonna do today? This is what I'm gonna do today. It's gonna be the best day. And just like set the tone of the day with yourself, you know? Like check in. And then like as you progress in doing that every morning and it's become a thing for you, you can go deeper. And you can just sit up in the bed, check in for a longer time, and just clear out the headspace to create room for more miracles to happen, for more good things to flow into your life, for more happiness, for more awareness to the language you put out and the people you interact with, and how you interact with the people that you meet throughout the day. Like the more you can sit with the stillness, the more you're capable of handling throughout the day. That's a beautiful practice.
I mean, when you really come down to toxic, the way you think is the most important thing, your thought forms. So by doing the meditation and having some positive affirmation first thing in the morning, you're actually creating your reality throughout the day.
Yeah. And everything also happens mostly from the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is still awake in some sort of form when you're waking up. Therefore, it's good to go in there and make sure that it's filled with positivity and happiness and fulfilling feelings and that wanting to get it on, like knowing your path, knowing what you dream of doing, and or checking in and finding out what it is by hearing yourself.
Or likewise, if there's anything like stored in there, negativity or sadness,
bring it out.
Bring it out. Feel it, release it.
Yeah. You feel it, then you release it. You go, ouch, that thing someone said yesterday still hurts me, or that person didn't know, whatever that might sit there and feel painful. You feel it, then you go, okay, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like release that energy. But also, this is really important to do before you go to bed. The same thing. So
a ritual of little meditation when you wake up and last thing before you go to sleep.
Yeah. So like when you go to bed at night, if you're like reading a book at night is like the best thing to do for your mind.
Yeah.
But like going to bed at night, no phone in the bed.
No computer.
No nothing. Just you and your bed. A candle, a book, it's okay, like cozy time. But then it's just like, you can sit there for a second and be like, okay, that was today. Let me reflect. How did I do today? How did I react when I interacted with people today? Or what could I have done differently today to be the better self that I am? Mm-hmm. And what did I do today where I was the better self? And give yourself credit for that.
Yeah.
It's so important to be like, oh my God, I did so good. I'm a beautiful soul. I am a conscious being. I am a happy person. I am giving. I'm loving. I'm free. I'm this. And whatever you can give yourself a compliment for, do it. All day long. And especially at night before you go to bed, because that just like allows you to have a restful sleep because you feel good about yourself. Yeah. You don't go to bed feeling
So that's
bad.
why it's important to do things you truly are aligned with, that you're proud of, so you are at peace in your between you and your higher self, you know.
And even if you're in a place right now where you're not doing something that you truly deeply want to do, but you're doing it for other reasons, find the reasons behind why you're doing it and then love that reason, because you're doing it for some reason.
Yeah.
So find the reason in why you're doing the things you're doing. You can always move towards a goal that's going to be, I'm doing this because maybe I'm helping my mom. Maybe I'm whatever, taking care of my children. There's reasons behind what you're doing. And even if that thing isn't your highest calling, it's still maybe your highest calling to take care of the kids or the family or the mom or this and that. And then that becomes that thing that you're so grateful for of yourself, because you are thinking of someone else but yourself. And that's a beautiful position to be in too. And of course you can manifest a job that's going to make you even more happy because it's in a higher development of your true self. That you can manifest that by just wishing it and calling it in and then seeing it happen because you're willing it to happen. You believe in it to happen.
Well, if you can feel the feeling with your heart, like you're already doing it, that's the best way to call something into your reality.
Yeah.
Thinking it or having like fears around it is gonna
keep it away.
Yeah. So if you can feel it like it's already happened.
And you can do steps for making it happen. Whatever it is. Contact the people who are doing it. Volunteer with people who are doing it. Start doing it yourself in your free time. Like, there's so many ways to reach your goals.
Yeah.
There really is.
But start by throwing away
toxins.
Like, I mean, pretty much, because we can't think when we have these toxins.
Yeah.
We're like breathing,
Yeah.
absorbing, eating, sleeping in. Like, you cannot have a clear mind. So start by like taking everything the way Lotus would go in and just get rid of pretty much all the chemicals you buy in the store, right?
Yeah. And like plastic cups and like plastic things and plastic furniture and like, you know, think about like when you get a couch. Is it cotton? Is it good for you? Is it airy? Is it flowy? Does it do good for you? Like, is there any toxins involved with this? There's usually a description and details on products you buy. Look into it before you just buy it. Look at the labels.
Look at those. Every label.
Just
right?
look at it and be like, is this good for me? And yes or no. And if it's like yes, my ego, no, my health, obviously you know the answer. No. Yeah. So like go in there and like there's so many things like our clothes and our makeup, like, you know, using natural makeup, using natural nail polish, using natural, you know, clothes, like having real cotton on and not like a fake.
And if you feel you can't afford it, there's a lot in like secondhand stores.
Yeah, you can go buy it secondhand.
Get natural fibers.
There's online secondhand stores, there's in-store secondhand stores, and like there's a lot of innovative new companies that are selling recycled cotton and natural cotton just for less money. There's so many
actually
out there.
when you do buy cotton, make sure it's organic, otherwise it's sprayed with chemicals as well. So.
Yeah. But there's so many ways to have a holistic and happy life, and obviously this is what I specialize in. And I love helping people. So if you feel like it's too much for you to do on your own, then reach out. Yeah. So my website is lotusbeck.com. Very straightforward, and you can get a consultation. I do them for free. And
I think probably you don't have to get Lotus to rearrange everything. You could probably just get her to...
It could be anything. It could be the smallest to the biggest thing.
Yeah, you can go in and talk to them for an hour and explain how to do it. And
yes, absolutely. Yeah. And it's like, and it's also just like, it's also like if it's your closet that you need help with restyling, or if it's the actual home, or if it's the kitchen, or if it whatever it is that you need help figuring out and getting the holistic lifestyle down, then like I am there to help people. This is one of my big passions in life, and it's my company, which I adore and love so much. So yeah, if you need my help, reach out, and yeah, it was amazing to sit here and
thank you, Lotus. Thanks for coming in and sharing your wisdom. And
of course.
Yeah, live your higher self, thrive instead of dying.
Every day. Yes.
Thank
Allow
you.
yourself to be your bigger self. Thank you.